Bandwagon Buffs, man. Hell of a game. 2 win for 500. BWB. Bandwagon Buffs. That's right.
Buff Nation, what up? BWB, my bandwagon Buffs. What it is, what it does, and what it's gonna be. It's your man's Harry Billion. Family, do me a favor and smash that subscribe button. Make sure to give me the thumbs up and don't forget to hit that bell notification so that you can get the videos as soon as I upload it to YouTube. Family, I gotta go ahead and get into this video real quick, so that's all the business I got. You know what time it is. Let's work. Ryan Howard said an anonymous coach about Colorado to The Athletic recently said there's no way in HE double hockey stick you're gonna get a whole new line for Shedeur. Apparently, there is a way. Buffs got a whole new line in the last 3 days. Brian Howard, man, you keep telling them, all right? You keep telling them. I don't know where these anonymous coaches keep coming from. They're coming from somewhere. I don't know who they are. They don't want to put their names on the line because they know the vengeance. They know what's about to come for them if they put their name on the line, okay? You're going to embarrass your program. You're going to embarrass yourself because there is a legion, there is a battalion, there is an army that will come after you on YouTube, social media, whatever platform that's going to come for your head if you put your name out there. Go and ask Pat Narduzzi, okay? go ahead and ask Pat Narduzzi how that went for him when he put his name out there. I'm not saying be afraid, don't talk about nothing, but if you think you're about that life, then put your name to it. All your anonymous coaches keep talking, all right? These are not going to be your best of the best players from the portal. I've always said that that's not necessary. You don't necessarily have to get the best of the best from this transfer portal to be successful. You need to get decent starters, okay? Decent players that are in the transfer portal, and you have to coach them up. You got to work with them. As long as they have that dog in them, you'll be able to work with them. That's the most important part. People keep missing. People are missing the fact that you don't necessarily on that specific line, whether it's the D line or that O line. You need able-bodied men that know how to play the game, and they are dogs. They are willing to play the game, and then you got to coach them up. If you do that, you're going to have success, because while some people are thinking Shedeur needs 20 minutes back there, that is not how football works. Shedeur is going to get the most 3.5 seconds. When you start creeping into 4 and 5 seconds, then you have another problem, which is on the coaching staff to coach him to get rid of that ball, or to call plays that are going to help him to get rid of the ball much faster, or you need to run the ball heavy, or there's a mix-up in the understanding of the execution of the plays that you're calling. Because if dudes are out there on the field confused, they don't know which route they're supposed to run, they don't know where they're supposed to go, left or right, then the quarterback is like, I have to wait till you finish doing what you're doing because you ran the wrong route before I can throw that ball, especially if it's a passing play. And we know that Colorado is pass heavy. We know that if they would have ran the ball a little bit more this year, we would have learned a lot more about the run game than we do know right now. We don't really know too much about the run game. The little bit that they did, they were very successful on that little bit. But we don't really understand or know whether we have 1,000 yards, 2,000 yard backs back there for Colorado, because we never gave them the chance this year. That's what I'm saying. All of these anonymous coaches don't understand the nitty gritty of what Colorado football is all about. You don't need to have star linemen. You need good players that understand the excitement. That's what this is about. We need players to come in here that understand the assignment. If you understand the assignment, you are going to do everything you can to make sure that you do your assignment. You got one job: protect Shedeur. It's been widely spread, it's widely known that Shedeur was the most sacked quarterback in the FBS Football Bowl subdivision. That's crazy. Even the 1-11 guys didn't have that much sacks. You don't necessarily need to have 4 or 5 star guys on the line. You need previous starters, or you need people who have reps under their belt that know the excitement, because they're going to come in here and they're going to say, okay, I know what I need to do in the off season to be ready for that. Whatever little thing I can do on my own to get ready, because we know that they're about to become stars. I've always said it. If you come on that O-line, which is now on highlight, which is now on the hot seat, and you do your job and you eliminate the amount of sacks, you give Shedeur opportunity to throw, the spotlight is already on you, and you are going to get opportunities, guys, to move to that next level, because usually you don't get the spotlight put on the offensive line. You don't necessarily get spotlighted in the trenches, but apparently Colorado made it possible for the line to get a lot of attention. And now that the attention is on the O-line and our defensive line, anybody that come over here to Colorado is going to be a star if they just do the normal job that they normally do and nobody ever pays attention to. You never say, oh, that person's a star. You never ever say, oh my gosh, I can't believe they just made that block. The only time that you would get these gentlemen, these linemen, to be heard of is when they do something spectacular. Just doing your job, keeping sacks or linebackers from coming for your quarterback. If you just do your job and just do that, nobody will notice you. It's just like the kickers. Unless the kickers are brought in to kick a championship field goal or to kick something spectacular that we are all paying attention to and we are all biting our nails and clamoring for, unless they're doing that, kickers are normally not recognized. If it's regular game and everything, we're scoring, we're doing everything great, and the kickers are just coming in to just do their job and give us a 1 point or give us a 3 point, nobody will care. We will keep praising the quarterbacks, the running back. We'll just go on and keep praising the wide receivers, and that'll be that. All of the star players, all of the position players, those are the players that we would celebrate. The auxiliary guys, we don't necessarily think about those guys unless it's in a clutch moment. Then you think about those guys. We're going for it on 4th down, then the trenches come into focus more, especially if it's 4th down in like 5 or 10 or 12 yards, and the trenches, we're looking to them to make sure that they carry us over. We need to make a 1st down to keep this down going so that we can score a winning touchdown or score a winning field goal. That's when the trenches come into focus. In the portal, we're going to get some decent players. In the portal, we don't necessarily need elite players in that portal. I've always said this. Coach Prime needs to get decent players out of the portal, and we're going to be okay as long as that Lord Holt guy comes in and does his job for that offensive line. We're going to be all right, because offensive linemen, if you have the body, you have the height, you have the size, the rest is about technique and your mindset. Like somebody says in the comments, the line is usually plug and play. You come in there, if you know the play, you know that you're supposed to block your man to the left, you block your man to the left. If you're supposed to block him to the right, you block him to the right. We're making the trenches seem like rocket science or something way above what it needed to be, but the trenches, guys, if they have strength and they have that willingness to do their job, we're not supposed to be this high up on no trenches. I'm telling you, yes, they're important, but the only time that we pay attention is exactly when they're not doing their job. It's that simple, guys. Y'all already know how I feel about the offensive line. It's not their fault. And if you think otherwise, come get at me, okay? Okay, family, that is all the information that I have for this video. I hope you got a little something out of it, and if you did, please make sure to smash that subscribe button to help this channel grow. That's all I do here. I'm gonna have to leave it right there. You know who I am. I'm Harry B, and that right there was the Liberian Perspective. That's TLP Sports Club.